Chris Jericho had a big circle jerk on his podcast this week. He had DDP, Shane Helms, and some guy named Raphael on his podcast to talk about Chris Kanyon. Chris Kanyon, of course, was Mortis in WCW, and Champagne Chris Kanyon, and all that other stuff. Here's a clip with Chris Jericho and DDP having a conversation about Chris Kanyon being gay in an era when gayness in professional wrestling was something that you wanted to keep quiet.
It's funny, too, though, because, we mentioned Chris's sexuality at the beginning, the fact that he was gay. And in this day and age, nobody would say a word. Nobody would care. Nobody would even blink twice. But even back 20 years ago, it wasn't really in vogue to say that or whatever. And Chris certainly never did. But we still kind of almost knew it. Like, we used to hang out for those tapings that we used to do at Disney MGM Studios worldwide. And we'd be there for 2 weeks straight. You'd be hanging out and going to clubs and downtown Disney. And Chris was always hanging out, but he never was with a girl. And after a while, we were like, I wonder if he's gay. But no one ever asked him, and he never said anything. Did you guys ever think about that? Did you know he was gay, Paige, for example?
God, dude, I'll give you, when I told Kimberly, who's still one of my best friends, when I told Kimberly, Chris Kanyon came out, and she went, what? I said, yeah. She goes, wow. I consider myself that pretty good gaydar. And I never picked up on that at all.
Right.
And I can't tell you how many beers Chris and I drank that I'd never, because he's a regular dude. And that's what people don't understand. Like someone like Sonny is a different animal. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a dude. He was a guy like guys, but never even really picked up on it. You could say the same thing about disco, but I never really thought about disco like that either. I just thought like, they love what they're doing so much, they're preoccupied. Kind of like asexual is if I would have put anything on it.
So that Sonny's a whole nother animal, right? But Chris is just a dude. So what's Sonny? A chick? I guess, right? Maybe. He identifies as she just the same, but I thought that was a little bit of an awkward comment by DDP still, just the same. It almost kind of framed it like, this person over here, most gay people are freaks, but Chris was just a regular guy. Regular guys aren't gay, but again, it was a different era too, right? So, look, there's not much more to say about this, right? But I do think the older generation should be just a little bit more careful about how they say things sometimes, that's all. Because it did kind of, to me, it just kind of came off like, almost like a little bit of a diss, So, shout out to Sonny Kiss with your chubby ass. You can check out Chris Jericho and all his awkward conversations about gayness twice a week, everywhere you find podcasts, Wednesdays and Fridays. He also had a really good conversation with a former cult member on Wednesday, so go ahead, check those out. Good shit.